Hello and welcome to this week's YouTube video. Do you struggle with flat and unconvincing paintings? In this week's video, I'm going to show you how important your midtones are in helping you to achieve a painting with depth, realism, volume and atmosphere. I will be using this recent cat commission to help illustrate my points. Let's get straight into the video. In the real world, light behaves gradually, not in stark contrasts. When light falls on an object, it doesn't usually go straight from bright light to deep shadow. There's a whole range of values in between. These in-between values are the midtones, and they make up the bulk of what we actually see. Our eyes are extremely sensitive to subtle shifts in tone, especially in the mid-range. When we look at someone's face, a landscape or a still life, our brains are subconsciously reading these midtone transitions to understand surface texture, material properties, e.g. shiny versus matte, the direction and quality of the light, the spatial relationships between objects. If a painting lacks midtone variation, the brain picks up on it immediately. It feels unnatural or off. If I turn this cat painting into black and white, you will see how much of this cat has been painted in the midtones, and my cat's head will behave the same way as my sphere diagram. Getting these midtones right is extremely hard, as very often our eyes will deceive us, and where we think we see a shift of value, what we are actually seeing is a shift in temperature, usually from warm to cool. The cool temperature is receding, and so it makes us think it is lighter when often it may be darker or the same value. I have a lot of these problems in this painting, and so let's see how I have dealt with it. There are two simple ways to try and see your mid values. If you are working from life, squint. By squinting, you will reduce your object into simple value blocks and you'll be able to see where one block is lighter or darker than the other. If you are working from life, it is really important that you simplify this process and paint your obvious value blocks first. So dark, then light, then put in your midtones. Then start to add your variety of temperature, but make sure you do this within the range you have identified in the block-in. If you are working from a photo, you have the option of having both a colour and black and white image near your workstation. This is what I do. Where I am dealing with similar mid-values, like I am here, I can check my black and white photo. This makes it a little easier to speed up your process, as you can start to deal with the value and temperature together, rather than blocking in and then adjusting your temperatures. How do I know whether I am dealing with a warm or cool temperature? For midtone values, I hold up a grey card to my reference photo. This helps me identify the colour I am seeing straight away. I then use complementary colours to give me my warm or cool palette. In this painting, I have used the following colours: cadmium yellow light, yellow ochre light, transparent yellow oxide, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, transparent red oxide, ultramarine and titanium zinc white. For my midtones, I have used a very simple colour pairing of purple, yellow and white. A mix of these three colours will give you this midtone colour, but the shifts in temperature will give you the sense of form. Where my fur is cooler, I use more purple. Where my fur is warmer, I use more yellow. White is naturally a cool colour, so where I am adding more white, I may need to adjust my paint mix with more yellow. It is very important that you use your temperatures to sculpt the sense of form in your shape. This is especially important where you have quite a narrow value range, like I have here. I will briefly explain how I have used both value and temperature to sculpt the shape of the face. The cat has a dark face. I have used a warm and cool black. I mix a black red and a black green together. These are the darkest values on my palette. They give me my black but also my warm and cool palette. Red is warm, green is cool. There is a mix of warm and cool in this dark area and it gives it a sense of realism. As I move out, my values lighten and my temperatures become cooler. I therefore shift my black cooler and green and add white. This then gives me a cool brown. The value then lightens and warms up. I mix an orange brown using my 2 oranges, my black red and a small amount of purple and white. This then lightens and I transition to a cool neutral. So I use my purple, cadmium yellow and white. Notice how my transitions are soft in comparison to my harder edges around the nose, eyes and ears. Avoid over-blending. Instead, work wet on wet and pour one colour into another with a soft brush, like an eclipse comber. Use the brush direction to help create a sense of form. I am following how the fur lays in my reference photo with my brush strokes. Notice also that my highlights only pop when the midtones are correct and well structured. Let's recap then. Understand that there is a range of values in the object that you paint. The midtones require the most attention. Where midtones are painted incorrectly, the painting will look flat. Use either squinting or a black and white reference photo to help you. Once you have figured out your values, pay attention to your temperatures. Use complementary colours to give you your warm and cool palette. Make your transitions soft, but do not overblend. Work wet on wet. I hope you have enjoyed today's video and found it useful. Please like and subscribe if you can, and check out my website sarahhallidayart.com, where you will find examples of my work and also details of online classes that I run. Thank you for watching and see you for the next one.